Tonight we rock a fridge dive freezer pie jazzed up thy way, my way. Well, you saw it come together in a very chill style chefing up of the fridge dive freezer pie. Very rare that you guys see me eat anything else but a pep and cheese, but I looked in the fridge, had some things, and I figured let's load her up. And I love these ingredients. So we got our ranch today. We're not running it because I have the hot banana peppers on here, so that kind of lends to that tangy cut. And we got our Frank's, put that shit on everything in the bottle. I'm feeling pretty chill today, and I'm using, for the first time, instead of the lav mic, I'm trying the Yeti mic, but on a regular voice, not a whisper. And we'll chat and have some dips of this pie. So just doing water today, and cut her into a 6 slicer, which is another rare thing. I generally go with an 8 slicey, but there you are. Hoodie's home pie. Not quite a rising crust, not quite a thin. And that is actually interesting about this brand itself, this Napoli. It's one of the cheapest freezer pies in the aisle, but it's actually one of my favorite in the aisle. So it's very interesting in that regard because, I don't know, it has a good the sauce, the cheese, the pepperoni, everything's good. And the crust has a good flaky, doughy, crunchiness about it, but it's not too puffed out, It's like very middle of the road. Which I very much enjoy. Because, I don't know, too puffy just gets me. And too thin is a sin, but I would rather have in a freezer pie, I'd rather have a thinner than a thick. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. So yeah, this is a $3 pizza, by the way. That's what I meant by it's like the cheapest, one of the cheapest in the freezer. But it always does me well. It is Saturday night. You'll see this Sunday though. But first meal of the day. I had 2 Red Bulls a bit ago. So I'm shakier than a leaf right now. But I get to watch Supercross tonight, which is, you guys probably know by now, one of my favorite sports. And, you know, it's just, I always like to have my one little, that's my Saturday night hype these days, is watching Supercross races in this minus 15, 20 tonight, snowing tundra. And staying in to be a good boy. What do you think? What do you think about this for a $3 pie and then like $2 of ingredients on top for toppings? Pretty good if you ask me. As per my last video, the Whoppers ASMR, I did screw up the audio a bit, and I was a bit too high, a bit too sharp, but also the mount or the bottom of the mic was somehow touching against, I didn't realize, against the cutting board, so all the bass rattle that would reverberate through, you could kind of hear it in the recording. And when I was editing, I was just like fuming mad because I hate when fails like that happen. Definitely amateur hour on my part, but like I was just so like, and I knew there would just be comments about it and stuff, so I just turned the comments off on that video. And also on that video, when I make ASMRs, without fail, even though on my channel I've incorporated both for so long, without fail, I still always get people who are like, I don't really like these ASMRs, I really prefer you to do the other thing. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to give people who like the ASMRs and ASMR, and the mukbangs and the regular videos heavily outweigh the ASMRs. So just let the ASMR be what it is for the people who like it, and don't come at me for making one, because I make more regular mukbangs than I do ASMRs. So, I mean, you should know by now that I still personally like to do ASMRs, and I like to give them to the people who enjoy them. So please be patient. And on that note, I've always said, if you want a very specific video with a very specific topic talked about and a very specific shout out directly to you, there's a very specific way that you can request that in my comment down below that's pinned. I figured let's just dress up the whole piece. There is a way to get exactly what you want. On some mundane watching TV shows and stuff, I mentioned that I wanted to watch that movie Babylon. With Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. I got about halfway through and I was like, this sucks. Wasn't really my flavor. But I am 3 deep episodes into the second season that I'm keeping up on of Your Honor, Bryan Cranston. I really like the first season. The second season so far is pretty meh. Not loving it. Hopefully it gets better. And then I just watched, or rather listened to, while making this actually, in my ear bud, Bryan Cranston's Hot Ones episode. His second time doing the show. And Bryan Cranston's just one of those dudes who's like, for me at least, he's just so all time in his craft. Like, he's just definitely a very top tier, like high on the list, just grandfathered in, like amazing actor. In my opinion. There's something about him that's like so, you can't not like Bryan Cranston, I feel like. And then what else? I tried to get into The Last of Us. Can't do it. It's just another, like, wandering around in a disease-infested, laden, zombified land. Doing the same old shit that every other show like that does. And so I'm just like, Suppose if you played the game and you're a fan of the game and the storyline, then it would be more intriguing to watch. But I didn't play the game, so. But it is just more of the same zombie type survival thing, you know? Barter, trade, kill, steal, travel, find other patches of people who've created their own communities with hierarchies, and they, like, you know, try to infiltrate and kill each other and kidnap each other's characters, and it's, you know, it's all been done 1,000 times. So I don't know, that's my take on it, but that's what I've been up to last day or two here, and now I'm ready to go watch my favorite Supercross. So hope you enjoyed. Till the next one.